according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
It seems Floyd Mayweather might have seriously tarnished his own standing. Not long ago, he claimed to have acquired $42 million worth of Manhattan apartments, yet public property records show no evidence of any such purchase. He took to social media to declare he owned these buildings without any co-investors, but the entire narrative appears to be collapsing as fiction. Should this hold up to scrutiny, it could permanently erase whatever little trustworthiness he had remaining.
All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
As Floyd Mayweather edges closer to his 50th year, his drive to broadcast his affluence remains as intense as ever. He continues to post clips showcasing luxury apparel, private aircraft, and absurd mounds of banknotes. Nonetheless, observers argue that this unrelenting urge to confirm his success is precisely what's directing him toward economic collapse. Instead of securing his long-term future, he's simply sustaining a delusion.
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media, but, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
In one viral video, Floyd arranges piles of bills across a table like he's setting out a meal. He brandishes bundles of $100 notes as though they're championship trophies. Yet when an individual feels compelled to constantly flash physical cash, it usually points to one thing: deep insecurity. True prosperity operates quietly. Genuine fortune doesn't desperately beg for online affirmation.
Money made, money made, money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Mayweather may carry an undefeated record, but that doesn't translate into people genuinely enjoying his fights. In reality, numerous fans confess they watch specifically in the hope of seeing him get beaten. His defensive-minded approach is often dismissed as dull. Combine that with his overwhelming conceit, and it becomes easy to grasp why audiences cheer for his failure more than his achievements.
One of the best middleweights of all time is fighting this weekend. I didn't say greatest, I said best. I am really high on Janibek Manila. He beats Canelo. He knocks out Crawford with ease. This guy's a monster. Absolute freak. If you guys haven't watched his highlights, if you guys haven't watched the full fight, go watch him. He's fighting this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in. His last fight was absolutely domination. This should be illegal. But a lot of people ask me, like, Jerry, why are you so high on Janibek? What does Janibek do, or whatever the case may be? The guy is huge for 160. He's huge for 168. He debuted at 175. He's a light heavyweight. He's cutting down to 160 because Canelo won't give him the fight at 68. And 75, he's still a bit undersized. But he's a southpaw, quick hands, quick feet, explosive one-punch knockout power, insane timing, insane punch selection, amazing boxer on the inside. Probably a top 3 boxer when it comes to fighting on the inside the pocket. Probably has the best uppercut in all of boxing. Janibek Manila is a monster. I hope you guys tune in this weekend to see what I've been seeing.
Not long past, Floyd found himself suspended for promoting questionable financial schemes. He peddled risky cryptocurrency ventures and other fast money pitches. Once the ban expired, he wasted no time diving back into similar territory, joining forces with Kim Kardashian for yet another NFT campaign. The man shows no sign of learning. He's simply repeating the same greed-fueled mistakes over again.
When Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Cintratec. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather.
I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comments section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much you're forgetting these things now?"
From skirting tax obligations to allegedly being confined in Dubai over unsettled jewelry debts, Floyd's history is packed with monetary disasters. These aren't random occurrences. They form a disturbing pattern. It's not solely about depleting funds. It's about surrendering confidence, reliability, and authority over his own public image.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Floyd has accumulated millions. Yet accusations have surfaced that he took payment for events and merchandise that never actually came to pass. Fans purchase meet-and-greet passes, appearance tickets, and exclusive access, only to end up with nothing delivered. A TikTok investigation even exposed how much of his empire is constructed on illusion rather than concrete reality. Floyd boasted about banking $100 million from the Conor McGregor fight, presenting it as a career financial peak, but insiders and financial analysts have expressed skepticism about those numbers.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had?
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah. So that worked out okay.
It did.
Chael Sonnen, a fellow competitor and expert in verbal warfare, offered a piercing critique. Floyd's real problem isn't making money, it's hemorrhaging it. He no longer competes for pride or love of the sport. He's in it for the paychecks, the lavish lifestyle, the cars, the planes. All of that carries a heavy toll. He's gone from vying for world titles to scrambling to cover his monthly expenses.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd Mayweather repeatedly conflates monetary wealth with personal achievement, turning social media into a showcase for his fortune. From stacks of bills to high-end automobiles, his feed is filled with markers of status. Although Mayweather interprets this as evidence of his success, critics, including Shannon Sharpe, have voiced alarm. They suggest that perpetually flaunting riches may reveal poor financial habits and a preoccupation with appearances rather than stability. Instead of nurturing sustainable wealth, Mayweather seems more focused on dazzlement. This fixation on materialism, some warn, could eventually pull his attention away from responsible financial oversight and create lasting economic difficulties.
The Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Whether you're a fan or a detractor, Mayweather has forged a reputation not only as a winner in the ring, but as one of the most egotistical figures in sports history. He openly declared that he prioritizes money over legacy. That outlook may have lined his pockets for a while, but it's also generated widespread animosity, and that hostility makes his anticipated decline all the more satisfying for those rooting against him.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hating on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw his scenic route.
When he came out of retirement to square off against Logan Paul, athletic rivalry had nothing to do with it. It was all about the money. Mayweather's debts and exorbitant living costs had mounted, and this YouTube spectacle became his lifeline. But Logan Paul flipped the narrative, accusing him of not settling the $3 million he was owed. The whole affair devolved from boxing into a legal showdown. Logan Paul even suggested that Floyd could be financially ruined. He made jokes about it online, but there's a painful truth lurking beneath the humor. No one really knows where Floyd's funds keep vanishing to. The essential point is that genuine billionaires don't find it necessary to constantly remind everyone of their riches.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
I remember the week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave a respectable performance to where people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
The situation intensified when Logan Paul threatened to take legal action against Floyd over the outstanding millions. He came right out and said, "I'll see you in court." Should Logan win, it won't just represent a financial hit, it'll be another blemish on Floyd's already weakened image. These aren't simply bad business calls. They're indicators of someone losing their grip.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
This wouldn't be Floyd's first brush with the legal system. He's already done jail time previously and frequently speaks about how fame cost him his liberty. Yet the irony lies in how his decisions, monetary and otherwise, keep inching him toward additional legal confrontations. All the riches on earth are worthless if you find yourself incarcerated.
I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back.
Former close associate 50 Cent also shared his perspective, alleging that Floyd never repaid him for funding various projects. Floyd's defense was that he never requested the help. That reply exposes not merely a shortage of appreciation, but a troubling pattern of using people for convenience and casting them aside later. Floyd Mayweather once branded himself the greatest ever. He built an empire through his punching power. But now he's observing that empire disintegrate due to arrogance, fraudulent deals, and careless spending. From legal battles to phony investments, from unpaid opponents to questionable promotions, it's clear that the empire is collapsing in flames. And this time around, a comeback might not be on the cards.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, I was concerned about him because I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would call a friend would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he put like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. He can do anything and they'll still stay there because it's like they're
Yes, man.
Right, yeah.
That concludes today's episode. Stick around for the next one.